Subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
MSNBC takes you behind the walls of America's most notorious prisons into a world of chaos and danger. Now, the scenes you've never seen. Lockup Raw. Lockup's interviews with some of the most notorious criminals behind bars have provided disturbing insights into what drives their horrific acts of violence.
It's just like us, man. He disrespected me. That's all it takes.
I started having delusions.
I started singing the battle hymn of the Republic, Glory, Glory, Hallelujah.
I'm not going to live with punks. I'm not going to live with rats. I have no balloons. You see my point?
We filmed in dozens of maximum security prisons across the country, interviewing some of America's most dangerous and deadly inmates.
I don't know if you really want to run into.
And it isn't until you really step back to kind of get a sense of where they're coming from and what they did that you realize kind of the evil that exists across the table.
Nestled at the base of majestic glaciers, the small coastal town of Seward, Alaska is known for more than just breathtaking natural beauty. It's also home to the Spring Creek Correctional Facility, Alaska's only maximum security prison. It's here that we encountered Carl Abel, one of the most memorable killers ever profiled on lockup. It didn't take long for him to make clear his opinions of some of his fellow inmates.
I mean, all these inmates can say whatever they want to say. They're punks. And then the people that are in control know they're punks.
Abel first came to Spring Creek in 2003, convicted of murdering a coworker.
I caved his head in. Caved it in totally. I think the biggest fragment of bone they found was about the size of $50. I probably got a little out of hand later on. I kept on hanging out and beating on him some more. It was, so you're interested in the gory stuff? Well, yeah, I was interested in how the decomposition would be. It was pretty interesting, but it was kind of twisted there.
The raw interview footage goes on to reveal perhaps the most grisly aspect of Abel's crime.
So your whole sentence is what now, tell me?
70 years. I got 6 months, too, for cruelty to animals.
For what?
Cruelty to animals.
What happened?
I nuked the guy's cat that he had. The cat was chewing on him, so I nuked the cat. I actually intended to kill the cat, but I guess I didn't do it. That's a nice job.
How do you nuke the cat?
Stuck him in the microwave and turned it on. And then 2.5 minutes wasn't long enough. So, but I had a valid reason. I didn't do it just for kicks. I did it because it was chewing on a dead guy, so.
3 years later, in August 2004, Abel killed again. This time, the victim was his cellmate.
The guy that's doing life for killing his mom. It's just disgusting. He's bragging about that. I killed mommy, I'm getting out in 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Okay, dude. And I sit here and listen to this garbage, and I have to listen to the garbage, and I can't tell, because if you tell, you're rat. So, and then someone's going to call me a rat. Hey, dude, you know what? You ain't even clue. You call me a rat, I'm going to put you in the ground. Now what?
While most of his fellow inmates infuriate him, Abel wanted our female producer to know that he has nothing but respect for women and children.
I have zero tolerance for certain behaviors in other men. They disrespect a woman, they try to take, sexually, I'm going to put them on the ground. There's certain people in certain criteria, rapos, child molesters. You can't cure them. There's no cure for them. So you kill them, and that's how you deal with the problem. There's no more problem then.
Abel went on to give us this graphic account of how he murdered his cellmate.
He's talking about how he's going to strangle this lady. So I tore up the sheet and I wrapped it around his head and I said, no, you ain't doing nothing. You go say hi to mommy.
How did he die?
It kept on breathing. I thought I was doing it wrong because I didn't have a, appropriate, a wire garrote. You can actually decapitate someone you wrap around their neck and yank on it. You'll actually decapitate them. The sheet's kind of hard to slam. And I think it was about 5 minutes of fighting around, and I finally yarded on his neck, brought it up, and he hemorrhaged all over the place. That's when he stopped. And then I shoved his handkerchief down his throat to shut him down.
Abel was charged with murder and is still awaiting trial. If convicted, he could face an additional 99-year sentence on top of the 77 he's already serving.
I'm the first guy that killed a man in this yard, I guess. They still run their mouth back here. They got little punks running their mouth at me.
Moments after Abel was placed back in his cell, he was in conflict with the inmate in the neighboring cell.
This is what they call cell warriors. They're behind the door, so no one can get at each other. So they just try to stir each other up.
Abel is expected to serve out the rest of his sentence, if not his life, in the highly restrictive single-person cells of Spring Creek's Max Unit. He left our crew with these words.
I have redeemable qualities. I'm not some bully looking around to act somebody. I'm not that. I just want to be left alone. And that's all. And if I could give him that, I don't know. I try to think positive. There's always things getting worse. Things can get worse.